No question about it, maybe an extended podium as we extend towards the men's under 74 kilogram lightweight battle. Italy against Jordan, Abagosh against Alessio, and we're all set to go here in Manchester. And if they can deliver even 10% of what the women in the under 49 have done, then we are in for a treat. 2 more finals to go, and they're on their way next.
We will now be moving on. We have 2 more finals for you this evening. Yes, we do. There's so much taekwondo action. Now, our digital mascot right there on the board was just saying, make some noise. So after 3, what I need from everyone is to let all of our athletes in the back know that you are there. We still have athletes from Italy. We still have athletes from Jordan. We still have athletes from Korea. Oh, and we still have an athlete from Great Britain. Let everyone know that you are there and you are waiting for them.
So here we go, the big action. We are ready for the final. Simone Alessio from Italy, winner of the President's Cup this year, coming into his first ever final in the lightweight division. At 5th place at the home Grand Prix. Nice high five between coach, volunteer and fighter. Smiles all round. Chances for him to be smiling at the end of this one, Sarah. Big ask.
Yes, I think it is, but you know, as I said yesterday, he was enjoying it. He's new, he's fresh. I think he will go out dying, as we know our very own Bianca Walkden does every single time. I think he will go for it.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. He's a consistent fighter, very strong. Ahmed Abagosh, well, he's like his kicks, sometimes up and sometimes down. Which version will we see tonight? He's been on form at the Worlds. How has the 24 hours of rest treated him? Well, a crowd favourite, Ahmed Abagosh. Deserving of everyone's respect. The Olympic champion, and deservedly so for a reason. Produced a massive upset in Rio. Came from nowhere. He's now the hunter rather than the hunted. He's the top man in the division. Expectations are high for him.
Yeah, of course, yeah, you know, to be Olympic champion and crowd pleaser. People want you to win, and again, it's up to him how he handles that. Does he put pressure on himself? He doesn't need to, because everyone loves him here. We just want him to do well. We want a great fight. We want a great final for the -74 category. That's all we want.
That is indeed all we want. As you see, a packed arena here in Manchester, standing room only. Saturday night is indeed all right for fighting. And in terms of the matchup here, Ricardo Santiago Jr. from the Philippines taking charge of the proceedings here, and Ahmed Abagosh going against Simone Alessio. Alessio, the taller of the two by a considerable margin, 8 centimetres taller, and it looks to be all in the legs, Sarah.
That is a big height difference. Well, we know Abagosh is not the tallest for this weight category. Coming up from his Olympic weight category, you know, maybe taking a rest from dieting.
But there'll be no rest for the wicked in this one. Straight away, Abagosh in red from Jordan. Footwork pivotal for him. Good back leg turning kick from Alessio. Cam John Gibbon for holding the leg on the inside. Good work from the ref. Sees it coming. Good punch on the way through from Abagosh. And it seems, well, pretty much irrelevant to say it, but I'll say it anyway. A real difficult day to get into that distance for the fighter in red.
Most definitely, yeah, no, you're right. I was going to say exactly the same thing. He has to use his speed and his power to get in that close distance. But Alessio Simone really controlling it, the distance really well. Tried the punch again.
Yeah, as you say, going with that punch. Good back leg turning kick inside from the taller Italian in blue, and he stands straight up there, not sinking down and mirroring the body language of his opponent, saying, no, you deal with me. Good response from the Italian.
Yeah, great response. You know, you can always try and, if someone's a little bit more, try to pressurise with the movement and their style, you can mirror that. But he's not, he's standing, no, and he's making a point of that.
And as you say, trying to make a point on the inside. But it is the Italian showing that confidence as the referee gives some running repairs to the whole group, the body protector, make sure it's all tied up. Well, we were all tied up until that initial gamjon, and Abagosh fixing the shin guards there. Of course, they wear head guards, arm guards, leg guards, and indeed groin guards, and they are on guard now. Back leg turn and kick from both, and it's a good start here. This final bubbling away nicely.
I think Abagosh is doing really well. Excellent front leg on the way in from Alessio. Alessio really controlling the distance, controlling the ring, looking really confident. 30 seconds to go in the first round.
As you see, the clock ticking, and it's been a good start from the Italian, running in with a punch again, Abagosh, and the front leg has been the feature for Simone Alessio, deserving of that lead. As we creep towards the last 10 seconds now, Abagosh just calming down, saving his energy. What a headshot there from Alessio, flicks out the first one, lands the second one, and in terms of textbook technique and timing, Alessio picks a winner. Abagosh finishes with a punch. He took an absolute belter to the face there. 6-1 in favour of the Italian. Some shot.
Wow. I think you probably might have heard my commentator then. I mean, wow, that was a surprise and that was a hard hit. Wow. I'm surprised he didn't get a standing count. The second action. Wow. For someone so tall as well to have that control over such a heavy, longer leg. We see it in the lighter weights. But that is some skills.
As you say, skills paying the bills here in this final in the under-74s. Alessio came in as the underdog. He's very much in the lead here. Here we go, second round. 6-1 in favour of the taller Italian in blue, Ahmad Abagosh. The proverbial mountain to climb now. Well, he's got the spinning skills. But we did say that Alessio looked very focused on the way in. Good front leg again from the big man in blue. Abagosh has a little concerned look at the scoreboard. 7 points of a distance. Punch again from a big long distance.
Alessio Simone is covered that punch every single time. Abagosh does need to find something else to do now. He's getting into that short distance and then not really doing anything after that. He has to work a bit harder.
But certainly working hard is the Italian on the way through. Another headshot. As you see, the work rate needed for Abagosh. Tries a little hook kick to the body, looking for that variety that you mentioned. But it's more of the same from Alessio. 8 points up. Punch lands this time. And the Olympic champ hanging on in there.
I'd have to be careful. I think he's going to walk on to some of those body and head shots if he keeps rushing in.
And as you say, that also close with the headshot. Big punch up and over. Referees liked it.
Body shot from Alessio. On the way in again. Nice push over. Gamjung for Abagosh. The crowd are absolutely loving Alessio Simone.
And rightly so, plenty for them to love. The big man in blue sneaking ahead, but Abagosh, he's only managed some punches on the board. Well, it worked for Bianca Walton yesterday. She took that world title with that one punch that punctuated, well, a controversial match. This one has been plain sailing in terms of that, but Abagosh with the left leg on the inside, trying every trick in his considerable book. But who can book a spot on top of the podium here at the moment? Alessio, good value, half a minute to go in the second.
Again, we just think he can kick in that long distance with those long legs and then scoring in that short distance. Alessio Simone is really showing us all his skills, all his variety.
And indeed all of his physicality as well, leaning on there in the clinch. Abagosh trying to work hard on the way through, 10 points of a gap. The Jordanian will cut that to 9 with the Gamjon as we go into the crucial last 10 seconds. Sinks to his knees, tries another punch on the way through. Well, the judges liked it. And Simono Alessio couldn't have asked for a better start, but a good response for Abagosh. He's found something that's working as we creep towards the last seconds of an engrossing second round. Double points on the board, 21 scored, the lion's share for Alessio, and he's in with a shout of going for gold. So Abagosh, we've seen that he can do everything. Let's talk about Alessio. His match management has been really good.
Amazing, even better than yesterday. He looks like he's been in a World Championship final before. He's loving every minute. He just looks so mature, composed, experienced, and he's only 19 years old.
Exactly right, and just to give some context to this, Great Britain's Bradley Sinden took the first World Championship gold for a British man. This would be the first Italian gold for an Italian man as well. First time to grab that gold medal. So can Alessio do that on the way through here? Here we go. Good punch again from Abagosh on the way through. 7 points of a gap. Alessio again with that front leg. Abagosh shorter in stature. Can he find a way through? Good push again. Lots for the Italians to cheer.
Can Abagosh pull this back with those punches? Maybe.
Well, perfect timing with the punch. Speaking of time, a minute and a half to go. How much do the judges like it? Can he make it all the way through with punches? He needs a headshot at some point. Thought about it there. But he's good in the clinch as well, the Italian.
He is most definitely. Those long legs. He can kick in a range of distances.
$15-8 now, the Gamjon given. Abagosh goes again with the punch, slipping and sliding. The Italian shows his balance. Simone Alessio working hard here. Nice little flick up to the body there on the inside.
I think Abagosh is gaining confidence with those punches. Is Alessio Simone? Has his confidence gone a little bit? Can he get back in control of this match?
Trying to control it. There's the big headshot over the shoulder.
Abagosh looking a little bit tired now. He's tried for 3 rounds how he can get around those long legs of Alessio Simone. Standing tall again. Controlling the ring.
And good value for it. Gets a little punch on the way through. Abagosh, as you see, controlling the ring. Alessio, half a minute to go. Back kick attempted there from Abagosh, looking for the big point scores on the board. Switches one round the corner. Can he find an option here?
One spin from Abagosh to the head could change this whole match, and we know he can do it.
And that punch will help him. 4 points of a difference into the last 20 seconds or so. There was the push kick that stops that spinning shot that you mentioned, Sarah. Into the last 10 seconds now. Well, Italy have never had a male world champion. They've had European, Olympic. Can they find a world champion? Alessio Simone in super form. Ahmed Abagosh from Jordan battling forward. Nice counter kick from Alessio. He's been kick perfect all day, and indeed over the 2 days of the World Championships. Simone Alessio, the history man. Ecstasy for Italy. And my goodness, he deserved it. A broad smile from the big man in blue. Nice show of respect. Silver for Ahmed Abagosh. And that's what it means to the Italian team, Sarah.
Wow, it's an amazing moment, isn't it? It's like he was doing this Usain Bolt.
Well, the Usain Bolt still finish, and he sprinted to gold there. Never in doubt. Abagosh with silver. Simone Elesio with the gold. And very, very good value for it, Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday he was looked a little bit out of control with his legs, but today it seemed to like something's happened where he didn't look as out of control of those long. Sometimes the younger ones, when they grow so quick with such long legs, they can take the time to get used to how to use them, and it's looked like it's taken him overnight.
Well, an overnight sensation. Ahmed Abagosh, the Olympic champion with silver. Simone Elesio, the history man, grabs gold for Italy. And what a performer he is. Super stuff from him. Announces his presence on the stage here. And as you say, Sarah, he grew into that final better and better with each shot, including this one.
Yeah, the first and second round, totally in control. But that last round, Abagosh started to come back with the use of his punches, but no points from kicking within those 3 rounds. That was really difficult for Abagosh. But he tried to find a way, a little bit too late, too little too late, but, or was it Alessio Simone just, you know, he was ready to win that match right from the start.
Yep, he bossed it from the start, and a wonderful moment for Italy. Golden glory for Simone Elesio. So here we go, the penultimate night here in Manchester. It's absolutely packed, not a seat to be found anywhere, as we move towards the conclusion of this one. The men's under 74 grouping producing wonderful taekwondo talent there, and all 4 fighters giving it absolutely everything they had. And for that reason, they'll get the rewards in just a couple of moments' time. Well, understandably, the athletes are just off the mat, so they'll give them a few seconds to just gather themselves, get themselves ready for this presentation, which will follow in just a couple of seconds' time. Do stay with us for that, and more importantly, well, obviously, if you're one of the 4 athletes, nothing more important than this moment. But for British Taekwondo fans, one more final. Ia Room of Korea will go against Jade Jones of Great Britain. The ceremony, and indeed the final to follow. So here they come. They served up some wonderful taekwondo for all of us here, most notably in that final. I dare say, if you were to write down who was going to win the medals in this division, you may have had those names, just not necessarily in that order. The next generation coming through strong, Sarah.
Yeah, and definitely from Italy as well. You know, we saw a bit of a gap, a dip, you know, from medals within that nation. Now they're coming back, and you can see the development. They're working really hard on that junior program, and it's paying off.
By Dr. accompanied by Eamon Rourke, chair of the local organising committee.
That is not Pascal Gentil, just to confirm. That's Eamon Rourke from the, or Eamon O'Rourke, I should say, from the LOC, the local organising committee, alongside World Taekwondo President Dr. Chung Won Cho.
Representing Kazakhstan,
Kairat Sarimsakov from Kazakhstan.
And representing Spain,
Daniel Barrera. Both taking the bronze medals. And that will go rather nicely back to Almaty in Kazakhstan, where Sarimsakov took a heavy injury in that matchup, but did well to take the bronze medal. And likewise, Daniel Queseda Barrera. So a brace of bronze for Spain and Kazakhstan.
And now to receive the silver medal representing Jordan, Ahmad.
Well, the fan favourite, firmly beaten in that final.
Yeah, he was, but you know, incredible athlete, and again, inspiration. The crowd love him. I'm sure he'll be back again in his natural weight group, maybe when he's ready to diet again.
But the diet of champions, as we see Ahmed Abagosh with the silver.
And world champion representing Italy, Simono Alessio.
Nice bit of showmanship. He had the confidence, he had the quality, and it's Forza Italia at the end of it. Well done to Simone Alessio, the 2019 World Taekwondo Champion. And as the champ, he gets to enjoy, of course, the national anthem of Italy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Italy.
Full version of the Italian anthem. And final prayers of thanks there for Alessio Simoni. Wonderful stuff from him as they take to the podium. Well, we saw Abagosh's spinning style. Sarimsakov took a sore one in the leg. The Dwight Volio-Chagi that hurt him there. Daniel Barrera with the bronze for Spain, of course. Abagosh with that silver. There's your champion. Simone Alessio, top of the world. Well, that of course brings to the end of the pleasantries here in Taekwondo as the four fighters leave the stage.